Chapter 3100. Crescent Moon Reverence Acquired Spiritual Treasure. Crescent Moon Illumination. The acquired spiritual treasure that once shook the entire Milky Way. Swoosh. Everyone stared at the treasure fervently. At this moment, a figure flew towards the fourth level at a terrifying speed. Huh? Senior brother gentleman, and the rest were slightly shocked as they looked over. Wuxia raised his eyebrows and looked at the figure. It was an expert from the same clan as senior brother Lu, a peak emperor god expert. Rumble. However, the moment he dashed out, a terrifying pressure came from the fourth level. Subsequently, Wuxia and the rest felt the entire fourth level glowing brightly, blocking everyone's vision. At the sight of this, Wuxia's eyes narrowed as his dragon eyes stared straight ahead. A white figure appeared in his sight. The figure wasn't clear, and was about 20 meters tall. It looked exactly like the battle angel. This terrifying aura clearly belonged to the battle angel of the supremacy realm. Wuxia squinted his eyes. He had not expected there to be a battle angel of the supremacy realm in the fourth level. The moment the old man entered the fourth level, the battle angel moved. Clearly, it was guarding the fourth level. As for the old man, he should be dead by now. With the strength of the battle angel of the supremacy realm, the old man didn't even have the chance to scream. What happened in here? Is it an array or some other protective item? Senior sister Lingxin covered her eyes as she felt the aura within. She exclaimed in horror as she retreated uncontrollably. The rest of the group also retreated quickly. I'll go in first. If you guys want to go in, it's up to fate. Wuxia felt the aura of the battle angel of the supremacy realm. He couldn't help but say this before flying towards the fourth level. The battle angel of the supremacy realm might be suppressed by the 5 elements grindstone. Junior brother Wuxia went in. The rest of the group retreated immediately. When they saw Wuxia dashing in, their expressions changed. Old Lu, should we go in? The old man beside senior brother Lu was anxious as he couldn't help but ask. Just now, it was someone from the same clan who dashed in. They didn't know what was going on inside. Senior brother Lu, the aura inside is too horrifying. Without the strength of junior brother Wang, I'm afraid you'll be in grave danger if you enter recklessly. Senior brother gentleman's heart palpitated as he looked at the mighty aura coming from the fourth level. His eyes flickered. Senior brother Lu and the rest's expressions changed. If the terrifying might of the fourth level were to land on them, it would be enough to kill them. Moreover, if they were to enter, junior brother Wuxia would definitely not help them. Everything pointed to disaster. Elder Yu has entered. I'm afraid he has encountered some danger. Senior brother Lu said with an ugly expression. Senior brother Kong, senior brother Su, and the others looked at senior brother Lu and shook their heads. It's too dangerous. The third floor has battle angels that can kill us. If the fourth floor is really dangerous, we won't be a match for them with our strength. Senior apprentice brother Kong and senior apprentice brother Su now understood that the universe supremacy's god nation was not a paradise. If they wanted to obtain some treasures, they needed to be strong enough. Otherwise, any treasure that a venerable casually left behind in a divine kingdom could be a fatal item, especially a universe warrior of the level of the Crescent Moon Venerable. Elder Yu is a little impulsive. Senior apprentice brother Lu clenched his fist tightly with an ugly expression. If anything were to happen to Elder Yu, not only would they not gain much, but they would also suffer a huge loss. Holy slash! At the same time, when Wuxia dashed in, an emotionless voice rang in his ears. That battle angel at the universe supremacy level locked onto Wuxia and attacked him. Frost Divine Sword. Wuxia waved his arm, and the 5 elements grindstone clashed with the battle angel of the venerable realm. A dazzling Frost Divine Sword attacked the battle angel. He looked at the corpse that was split into 2, and the unbeginning saint wings appeared on his back. Bam! The battle angel of the venerable realm held the sacred sword tightly and slashed at the Frost Divine Sword. A deafening collision was heard and ice splashed everywhere. The Frost Divine Sword collapsed. Wuxia moved. His palms turned into dragon claws and clawed at the battle angel. Although his speed was suppressed by 90%, he was still slightly faster than the battle angel of the venerable realm. Bam bam bam. The dragon claws landed on the wings of the battle angel, and the sound of metal clashing was heard. Traces of the claws were left on the wings. However, the traces were quickly healed by the powerful power of light. This won't do. My attack power has been weakened, and I can't break the defense of the battle angel. I still have to rely on the 5 elements grindstone. Wuxia frowned. Seeing the sacred sword slashing at him, he quickly dodged to the side. The terrifying power of the sacred sword swept towards him and covered the entire 4th level. Without a choice, he immediately summoned the invisible grindstone to form a shield in front of him. Boom! The sacred sword slashed on the shield. Wuxia stood above the 5 elements grindstone and channeled mighty power into it. In the middle of the 5 elements grindstone, a dragon throne was formed. The 5 elemental divine dragons in the 5 elements grindstone peeked out and surrounded Wuxia. It was true control. Confine! Wuxia slammed his palm on the dragon throne. Thorns and blue streams of water wrapped around the battle angel of the venerable realm. Cleansing candle. The battle angel waved the sacred sword in her hand. Rays of light shot towards the thorns and water streams like lasers. Bam bam bam. Explosions were heard, and the thorns and water streams collapsed rapidly. 5 elements chain. Roar roar roar. Wuxia focused his attention. The 5 divine dragons around him roared in unison and spat out 5 elemental energy. The energy condensed and formed a grayish chain that wrapped around the battle angel. Holy cross! The battle angel slashed horizontally and vertically. A solid cross of light blasted towards the chain. Boom! Sounds of confrontation were heard. This time, the cross collapsed gradually. Wuxia waved his arm and channeled his energy into the 5 elements grindstone. Waves of energy flowed onto the 5 elements chain, and the illusory shadows of the divine dragons circled around the chain. Angel's cross. When the battle angel saw the chain that was attacking him, his body trembled. A battle angel that was condensed from elemental energy was formed with a cross behind him. The angel's cross attacked the 5 elements chain directly. Bam bam bam. Intense collisions were heard. Wuxia focused his attention on the scene. This is troublesome. I might need some time to suppress it. Wuxia frowned and mumbled to himself. Chapter 3101. Suppression and Spiritual Treasure. Chapter 3107. Suppression. Boom boom boom. In the 4th level of the Crescent Moon Secret Realm, waves of majestic aura surged towards the surroundings. The powerful aura did not affect the surrounding books or the crescent moon overhead spiritual treasure in the middle. The strength of the battle angel of the venerable realm was not weak. The 5 elements grindstone would take a long time to suppress it. What's going on in the 4th level? Looking at the might contained within the 4th floor, senior brother gentleman and the others stared at it in shock, not daring to step into it. I wonder how big brother Wuxia is doing. Big brother Wuxia is very strong. He should be fine. Some disciples of Willow Deity Dojo discussed softly. They did not dare to step in and could only wait here. As time ticked by, senior brother Liu and the rest were getting anxious. The experts from their tribe had been in there for an hour and had yet to come out. Coupled with the powerful aura in there, they were probably in deep trouble. If something were to happen, they would suffer a great loss. Flame saber. Ice sword. Wuxia's cold voice was heard in the 4th level. A blazing fiery longsword and an extremely cold frost divine sword hovered by the battle angel's side and blasted at the same time. After an hour of battle, the radiance on the battle angel had weakened significantly. One of his wings was also broken, and it was located below his legs, and there were many thorns wrapping around it. Slash! Seeing the flame saber and ice sword, the battle angel charged forward again without any fatigue or pain. Hee hee! Wuxia chuckled. He flapped his unbeginning saint wings and grabbed at the crescent moon overhead spiritual treasure in the middle. No one is allowed to touch it without master's orders. The battle angel shouted coldly when he saw Wuxia grabbing at the crescent moon overhead spiritual treasure. He quickly changed his target and slashed at Wuxia. Wuxia dodged to the side while the flame saber and ice sword locked on to the battle angel's back. Boom, boom, boom. The battle angel flapped his wings and slashed at the flame saber and ice sword with his radiant wings. Bam! However, the strong impact still caused him to fall forward. Alright, we can't attack anymore. We have to think of a way to restrain it. Wang Xian's eyes lit up and flickered. In this 1 hour of battle, he discovered a weakness of the battle angel. As long as he went to retrieve the crescent moon, the battle angel would be distracted to deal with him. This greatly shortened the time needed to deal with the battle angel. Now that he had suffered another heavy injury, it would be even easier to suppress him. The metal cage trapped it, the wood thorns entangled it, the water currents restrained it, and the earth soil suppressed it. Waves of suppressive power enveloped the battle angel continuously. The battle angel, whose combat power had been greatly reduced, struggled to break free from the bindings and entanglements. However, under Wang Xian's interference and the continuous attacks of the 5 elements grindstone, the battle angel was completely restrained after half an hour. As the 5 elemental powers shrouded it, Wang Xian revealed a faint smile. He flew over and removed the core from the head of the battle angel. The core of a venerable rank battle angel was located in its head, compared to an ordinary battle angel. Unless it was completely suppressed, it was impossible to remove it. A venerable rank battle angel. TSK. If I were to sell it, it would definitely shake the entire Milky Way. Wang Xian's eyes beamed with excitement. He removed the core, modified some commands, and subsequently injected energy into its body. The battle angel was made from a special biological material. It had the ability to recover automatically. The recovery rate depended on the injuries sustained. With a wave of his arm, he kept it in his space ring. Wang Xian squinted his eyes and looked at the center of the 4th level, where the crescent moon was shining brightly. The terrifying aura in the 4th level has disappeared? At this moment, Senior Brother Gentleman and the rest, who had been waiting for news at the entrance of the 4th level, were shocked when they saw the terrifying aura disappearing suddenly. The aura has disappeared. Should we go and take a look? Senior Sister Lingxin hesitated for a moment before asking. The aura has disappeared. The danger inside might have been eliminated by Brother Wang Xian. A disciple of Willow Deity Dojo guessed. Let's go. Senior Brother Lu frowned and flew towards the 4th level immediately. The rest of them followed closely behind. Senior Brother Gentleman and the rest did not hesitate and flew in with the disciples of Willow Deity Dojo. That is, as soon as they entered, they saw Wang Xian standing in front of the crescent moon acquired spiritual treasure in the center. They paused for a moment, and their eyes beamed with excitement. Junior Brother Wang Xian is about to get that acquired spiritual treasure. It's a very powerful supportive spiritual treasure. Senior Sister Lingxin exclaimed. Junior Brother Wang Xian has eliminated the danger in the 4th level. Senior Brother Gentleman nodded his head and replied. Elder Yu. At this moment, the middle-aged old man, who came with Senior Brother Lu, and the rest was shocked when he saw a corpse not far away. Old Yu. Senior Brother Lu's expression changed as he flew towards the corpse immediately. The old man beside him was also shocked as he followed behind. When they sensed the lifeless bodies, their expressions turned ugly. Elder Yu has fallen. Damn it. The old man beside Senior Brother Lu clenched his fist and bellowed furiously. Wang. At this moment, the entire 4th level shook slightly. They sensed something and looked towards the center. When they saw the crescent moon acquired spiritual treasure in Wang Xian's hand, their eyes were filled with envy and passion. This was the strongest weapon of the crescent moon venerable. It was said that it possessed incredible abilities. Wang Xian's gains are too great. Senior Brother Lu's breathing quickened as he spoke. One acquired spiritual treasure, over 1,000 powerful divine weapons, and over 10,000 powerful battle angels. This amount of treasures was comparable to the treasures of 7 to 8 top-notch domain-level races. If we don't get some precious treasures this time, we'll be making a huge loss. The old man beside him sighed and murmured unwillingly. Got it. At the center of the 4th level, Wang Xian looked at the crescent moon acquired spiritual treasure in his hand with excitement in his eyes. Holding it in his hand, the crescent moon acquired spiritual treasure exuded a faint power of light. Waves of unique energy surged into his mind. He did not study it immediately. Instead, he looked at the books around him and immediately went over to investigate. Chapter 3102. Treasure. Congratulations, Junior Wang Xian. In the 4th level of the Crescent Moon Secret Realm, Senior Sister Lingxin and the rest congratulated Wang Xian when they saw him keeping the crescent moon in the sky and walking towards the books around him. I'm lucky. It's all thanks to you guys this time. If you hadn't informed me, I wouldn't have gotten so many rewards. Wang Xian walked to the front of some books, turned around and spoke to Senior Sister Lingxin and the rest. This time, it was all thanks to the disciples of the Willow Deity Dojo. Without them, he wouldn't even be able to enter this place, let alone obtain so many benefits. He planned to give them some resources later. After all, Wang Xian had over 10,000 battle angels with him. That's because you're strong, Brother Wang. Without you, we wouldn't have had such a harvest. Some disciples of the Willow Deity Dojo said with a smile. Wang Xian smiled and looked at the book in front of him. Milky Way Chronicles. Information on the Milky Way Skeleton Clan. Information on the Galactic Turtle Blazing Winged Beast. His gaze swept through the books, and on them were written certain information and certain records. When he saw these books, he raised his eyebrows slightly, and his eyes flickered. Junior Brother Wang Xian, this is the information that the Crescent Moon stream had back then. It has detailed information about the various clans in the Milky Way, and the various mysterious places. Back then, the Crescent Moon stream established by the Crescent Moon Venerable made many clans and forces wary. Senior Sister Lingxin walked over and said in astonishment as she scanned through the books in the surroundings. This information was exceptionally precious. Even though it hadn't been updated for millions of years, the value of this information was still terrifying. However, to a group of unaffiliated people like them, information was not too important. Don't touch the information here for now. I have some use for it. Let's go to the 5th floor and take a look, said Wang Xian to the disciples of Willow Deity Dojo as he looked towards the entrance of the 5th level. Yes, Brother Wang. Let's go and see if there are any treasures on the 5th floor. I reckon that the 5th floor should be where the Crescent Moon Venerable lives. The group of Willow Deity Dojo disciples immediately responded and followed closely behind. 5th level. Senior Brother Lu and the others, who were gathered in front of the old man's corpse, heard the conversation, and their expressions changed. Put the corpse away. Let's go and take a look. As he spoke, he immediately flew toward the entrance of the 5th floor. Senior Brother Gentleman and Senior Brother Kong looked at each other and followed behind. This time, Senior Brother Kong and Senior Brother Su's harvest could be said to be quite good. Originally, Senior Brother Lu and the others had a pretty good harvest. However, one of their clan's experts had recklessly entered the 4th level and died here. The death of a peak stage God Emperor expert caused them to suffer heavy losses. The gains this time might not even be comparable to the losses. Senior Brother Gentleman and the others moved and immediately followed behind him. The group of people entered the 5th floor and did not encounter any obstruction. Just as some disciples had guessed, the 5th floor was where the Crescent Moon Venerable lived. Wang Xian and the rest entered and scanned the surroundings. The disciples of Willow Deity Dojo were also sizing him up with fiery gazes. They were in the shape of a crescent moon, so the surrounding space on the 5th floor wasn't very big. His gaze landed on a meditation mat in the middle. He narrowed his eyes slightly and waved his arm. Buzz! As Wang Xian's energy swept across, the futon immediately emitted a powerful radiance with a hint of pressure. This is the meditation mat of a universe venerable. It's definitely a treasure. Anxious voices were heard from Senior Brother Lu and the rest. They stared at it with fiery gazes and their bodies were trembling. However, since the futon was obtained by Wang Xian, they didn't dare to snatch it away. Let's go check it out. Senior Brother Lu bellowed. The dozen underlings behind him moved and immediately flew in. Wang Xian swept his gaze across and said to the disciples of Willow Deity Dojo, "You guys go and search too. See if there are any treasures." Based on his senses, the most precious item here was the meditation mat. However, as the living room of a venerable, any item here would be priceless. Thank you, big brother Wang Xian. Haha, let's snatch it. Brothers, everything here is a treasure. A disciple of Willow Deity Dojo laughed out loud and immediately flew forward. Gosh, senior brother Lu, you're too fast. Leave something for me. Ha ha ha. I can consider giving it to you if I can't use it. The disciples of Willow Deity Dojo dashed over and searched for all sorts of things. They even kept the chairs and such. The chairs that were placed outside were also exceptionally precious. Senior brother gentleman and the rest also moved. Things that Wang Xian wasn't interested in were things that they were interested in. Looking at the disciples of Willow Deity Dojo searching for all sorts of treasures, Wang Xian smiled and didn't make a move. The harvest this time was already terrifying enough. Next, it's best if I can get my hands on the entire Crescent Moon Cosmos God Nation and let Aosia and the rest devour it. At the very least, I can advance to rank 2 Universe Venerable. He murmured to himself as he pondered. I found a medicine bottle. I found a medicine bottle. At this moment an excited voice sounded. Ha! Wang Xian was also surprised. The elixir pills in the medicine bottle of the Crescent Moon Venerable were definitely not cheap. Swish swish swish. Is there really a medicine bottle? Are there elixir pills in it? One by one, the disciples flew over with burning gazes. Wang Xian also walked over and took a look. Yes, yes. Senior brother gentlemen, take a look. There are over a dozen elixir pills inside. The middle-aged disciple who obtained the medicine bottle opened it and handed it to senior brother gentleman with a flushed face. Elixir pills of the universe venerable level. They should be at rank 1 venerable level. There are some for cultivation and some for recovery. Senior brother gentleman looked over with a fiery look in his eyes. These elixir pills were worth a fortune. Elixir pills of the universe venerable level? This is too much. But I'm only a 7th order God Emperor now and can't use them. The middle-aged disciple clicked his tongue and said excitedly, Can senior brother gentleman use them? Wang Xian approached, looked at senior brother gentleman and asked. No need. I'm still a distance away from the universe venerable level. Senior brother gentleman shook his head and asked. Junior brother Wang Xian, can you use them? Give them to me. You can exchange them for treasures of equivalent value with me later. The battle angel weapon and other treasures that you can use. Wang Xian said to the middle-aged disciple. All right, big brother Wang Xian. The middle-aged disciple nodded his head happily. He wasn't worried that Wang Xian would scam him. If Wang Xian said that he wanted everything on the 5th level, no one else had the right to snatch it from him. It would be better if he could exchange them for treasures. The battle angel would work too. Chapter 3103. Exchanging for the key of the Crescent Moon. Haha. I got a bronze mirror with strong detection abilities. It's a 9th order God Emperor treasure. Hehe. I moved the bed that the Crescent Moon Venerable used to sleep on. I might be able to get some of the Crescent Moon Venerable's luck if I sleep on it myself. I got a pendant with protective abilities. On the 5th level, the disciples of Willow Deity Dojo hastened their search when they saw someone getting a bottle of medicine. They kept everything that could be taken away. Soon, the entire 5th floor was barren, and there was nothing left. Wang Xian watched from the side with a smile. All right, we've finished moving all the things. Everyone keep all the spoils properly. Senior brother gentleman said to the disciples of Willow Deity Dojo more than 10 minutes later. Yes, senior brother gentleman. The crowd nodded and slowly gathered together. Everyone had a smile on their faces. However, senior brother Lu and the rest didn't look too good. The fall of a peak emperor god was too much of a blow. Let's get ready and go back. We'll have a good celebration when we get out. Senior brother gentleman swept his gaze across everyone and said, Haha, great. Let's have a good celebration when we get out. The disciples of Willow Deity Dojo laughed heartily. I've gained quite a lot this time. It's all thanks to you guys. I'll give each of you 2 battle angels of the same level. Of course, senior brother gentleman is an exception. Wang Xian stood by the side and smiled. With a wave of his arm, more than 100 battle angels appeared in front of them. It wasn't much for Wang Xian to give them another 100 battle angels. After all, He had more than 10,000 battle angels with him. Thank you, big brother Wang Xian. Thank you, junior brother Wang Xian. That's great. Haha, big brother Wang Xian is so generous. The disciples of Willow Deity Dojo cheered excitedly. Senior brother gentleman, which disciple got your key of the crescent moon? Wang Xian chuckled and asked senior brother gentleman. Big brother Wang Xian, I got it by accident. A girl walked out and said, the treasures of the crescent moon secret domain have been obtained by us. However, there is still an extremely valuable item within the crescent moon secret domain. It is this secret domain, this cosmos god empire. I wish to make a deal with you. Wang Xian looked at the girl. With a flick of his palm, 2 eternal fruit appeared in his hand. He waved his arm and landed in front of senior brother gentleman and the female disciple. Eating the everlasting fruit gave off a mysterious glow. Smelling the fragrance of the fruit, they found that their minds were much clearer. These 2 venerable level fruits can raise your aptitude. In the future, breaking through to the universe venerable level shouldn't be a problem. As he spoke, he waved his arm, and the 5 elements grindstone appeared above them, enveloping the 3 of them in a separate space. 2 more gray and mysterious fruits appeared in his hands. This fruit exuded an even more mystical luster. Senior brother gentleman and the female disciple looked around in astonishment at the other 2 fruits in Wang Xian's hands. This is a fruit above the venerable realm. After consuming it, they can revive you once. Even if your soul is destroyed and your body is destroyed, you can still be revived. In addition, I'll give you some vitality fluid. It can heal your injuries instantly. Even irreversible injuries can be healed. As Wang Xian spoke, he placed the items in front of them and asked, how about exchanging for the key of the crescent key? Of course, you can also state your conditions. This, senior brother gentleman, and the female disciple were dumbfounded by Wang Xian's series of items. A venerable level fruit that could increase their chances of breaking through to the venerable realm. A fruit that could allow them to have a chance of revival. Some powerful healing treasures. If these items were to be released, countless experts would go crazy over them. Big brother Wang Xian, of course we have no problem with it. The items you offered are too precious. The female disciple said in shock. Her body was trembling in disbelief. If you agree, consume the fruit and see the effect. Wang Xian smiled and said, great. Thank you, junior brother Wang Xian. I shouldn't have accepted such precious treasures. Senior brother gentleman clenched his arms tightly and stared at the fruit in front of him with excitement. He placed the eternal embryo fruit into his mouth with his trembling hands. Gradually his eyes became clearer. I feel that my mind is much clearer now. Many of the problems facing cultivators have been solved. I feel that I'm in touch with the venerable realm. After consuming the eternal embryo fruit, he shouted excitedly a few minutes later. Boom! At the side, a powerful aura exploded from the female disciple. She, who was originally a 6th-order god emperor, had broken through. She opened her eyes and felt the energy in her body. Consume the other fruit. Wang Xian was not surprised to see this scene, and continued. The female disciple was already a peak 6th-order god emperor. After consuming the eternal embryo fruit, she comprehended the nomological mystique, and broke through immediately. Senior brother gentleman consumed the soul return embryo fruit with his trembling hands. If it could really bring the dead back to life, it would be too heaven-defying. After consuming it, the 2 of them closed their eyes and slowly digested the information of the soul return embryo fruit. Phew! Thank you, junior brother Wang Xian. Thank you, big brother Wang Xian. 10 seconds later, the 2 of them excitedly bowed their bodies and made a deep bow. The value of this treasure was immeasurable to them. To them, a fruit that could help them break through to the venerable realm was enough to exchange for the crescent moon key. Junior brother Wang Xian, here you go. Senior brother gentleman handed the crescent moon key to Wang Xian respectfully. All right, I'll accept it. Wang Xian revealed a smile and waved his arm to remove the 5 elements grindstone. Senior brother gentleman. Junior sister Wuhua. Outside, the group of Willow Deity Dojo disciples shouted when they saw the 2 of them. Junior sister Wuhua. You actually broke through. Senior brother gentleman, your face is glowing. Could it be that big brother Wang Xian was telling the truth? Senior brother gentleman, you consumed that fruit? There's a chance for you to break through to the venerable realm? Soon, the group of Willow Deity Dojo disciples noticed the changes in senior brother gentleman and asked with burning eyes. Just now, Wang Xian did not hide the fact that he had consumed the soul return embryo fruit. After all, the soul return embryo fruit was too powerful and heaven-defying. Ha ha ha. I have a feeling that I'll definitely break through to the venerable realm within 10,000 years. Senior brother gentleman laughed out loud when he saw his fellow disciples staring at him. He spoke with confidence and joy. Chapter 3104. A man's heart is not content what? Break through to the universe supremacy realm within 10,000 years. His senior brother gentleman, are you for real? Hearing senior brother gentleman's words, the crowd was shocked. What did it mean to advance to the venerable realm within 10,000 years? Universe supremacy? How many universe supremacies were there in the entire Milky Way? Once senior brother gentleman broke through, he would be a pinnacle existence in the entire Milky Way. How is this possible? Could it be that fruit? Senior brother Lu, senior brother Kong, and the others widened their eyes. They were the seniors of senior brother gentleman, and they had stepped into the peak emperor god realm earlier than senior brother gentleman. However, it was extremely difficult for them to break through to the supreme realm. It was even impossible. Now that they saw their junior brother confidently stepping into the universe supremacy realm within 10,000 years, they were both shocked and envious. It's all thanks to junior brother Wang Xian this time. Otherwise, I'm not even sure if I would have the chance to step into the honorable realm in this lifetime. Senior brother gentleman looked at Wang Xian and thanked him once again. Wang Xian smiled faintly and looked at the crowd. Let's go out. Junior brother Wang Xian, do you still have more of those fruits? Can you sell us one? At this moment, Senior Kong couldn't help but ask. Becoming a universe supremacy was their lifelong pursuit. Now that they had this opportunity, they naturally wouldn't give it up. No, I gave the last two to senior brother gentleman and the others. Wang Xian shook his head and replied perfunctorily. How? Senior brother Kong, and the others obviously didn't believe it. But looking at Wang Xian's reaction, they knew that Wang Xian was not willing to sell to them. Junior brother Wang Xian, we are willing to offer sufficient treasures, and even the strength of our entire clan. Could you sell us one? Senior brother Lu stood by the side, clenched his fist and said to Wang Xian, It's really gone. Wang Xian shook his head again. He wasn't prepared to sell such a treasure before the Dragon Palace was truly powerful. Otherwise, it would attract the covetous eyes of powerful forces. At that time, the losses would outweigh the gains. Moreover, Wang Xian wasn't familiar with senior brother Lu and the rest. He didn't have a good impression of them either. Seeing that Wang Xian had rejected them, senior brother Lu and the rest did not look too good. They glanced at their surroundings. Their harvest this time was not even as good as that of the disciple who had obtained the bottle. Junior brother Wang Xian, we have a presumptuous request. This time, a peak god emperor realm expert and several 8th order god emperor realm disciples have fallen. This is a huge blow to our race. Junior brother Wang Xian, can you give us a peak emperor god battle angel? We are willing to pay. Senior brother Lu asked Wang Xian reluctantly. I can sell it at the price of a battle pet of the same rank. Wang Xian replied plainly to him. Battle pets of the same rank. Upon hearing Wang Xian's reply, senior brother Lu's face darkened. He squeezed out a smile and said, Junior brother Wang Xian, you have harvested tens of thousands of battle angels, thousands of divine weapons, and even acquired spiritual treasures. I hope you can help us. Our losses this time are greater than our gains. Moreover, we have to bear a huge risk. You can only blame yourselves for being too greedy. Wang Xian replied expressionlessly. If that old man hadn't rashly entered the 4th floor, how could he have been attacked by a venerable realm battle angel? As long as that old man didn't die, it would be a great harvest for them. After all, they had also obtained hundreds of battle angels. These battle angels were even more precious than battle pets of the same rank. Wang Xian had also given them a peak Emperor God Battle Angel. All they had to bear was the possibility of the Nine Swords race finding out. Moreover, the possibility wasn't very high. It was totally worth it to take such a risk to obtain such treasures. However, it would be their own problem if they lost a peak Emperor God Battle Angel because of their greed. This time, without him, no one would be able to obtain the treasures on the 4th floor. In fact, they had already suffered a fatal blow when they were on the 3rd floor. Hee senior brothers, junior sisters, let's head out first. Senior brother gentleman said awkwardly when he saw senior brother Lu, and the rest looking abnormally embarrassed. Alright, let's go out and celebrate. The disciples of Willow Deity Dojo also sensed that the atmosphere wasn't right, and said with a smile, "Let's go." Wang Xian nodded his head and walked out directly. After flying out of the Crescent secret realm, Wang Xian took out the Crescent key and immediately changed the settings for entering. Without the Crescent Moon key, it would be impossible to enter again. In a few days, he was prepared to let Wuxia and the rest come over to see if they could devour this Cosmos God Nation. I'll sprinkle the Willow Deity purified water in the void to conceal all our auras. Senior brother Kong and senior brother Lu, don't worry. The death of the Nine Swords race shouldn't be traced back to you guys. They will only know that we did it. Senior brother gentleman flew out and took out a willow twig and a vase from his space ring. He dipped the willow twig into the liquid in the vase and sprinkled it in the void. These were the treasures he had obtained from Willow Deity Dojo. Basically, no one in the Milky Way could decipher Willow Deity's aura concealment technique. Alright. Senior brother Kong and the rest smiled and nodded their heads. Hee, it doesn't matter even if the Nine Swords race finds out that we did it. We've reaped great rewards this time, and will cultivate in Willow Deity Dojo for 10,000 years. When senior brother gentleman breaks through, who will dare to bully us with the protection of senior brother gentleman and Willow Deity Dojo? Senior sister Lingxin said with a happy expression. That's right. When senior brother gentleman breaks through, the Nine Swords race won't dare to deal with us. The group of Willow Deity Dojo disciples chimed in excitedly. Haha. Senior brother gentleman chuckled. Hee, in that case, it's time for us to please junior brother gentleman. Come, I have a powerful warship here. Junior brothers and sisters, let's send you guys back to Willow Deity Dojo. We can also celebrate on the warship. Senior brother Kong smiled and waved his arm. An azure blue warship appeared on the surface of the sea below. Senior brother Kong, you're overpraising us. Let's go. Let's board senior brother Kong's warship. Junior brother Wang Xian, what about you? Senior brother gentleman nodded his head and looked at Wang Xian. I'll make a trip to Willow Deity Dojo too. Wang Xian hesitated for a moment before nodding his head. Junior brother Wang Xian, please. Senior brother Kong invited with a hint of flattery. Thank you. Wang Xian nodded his head and flew towards the warship below. Senior brother Lu, what about you guys? Senior brother gentleman, and the rest looked at senior brother Lu and the rest. Let's head over too. Senior brother Lu's expression changed. He exchanged glances with the old man beside him, before leading the group of disciples down. They looked at the figure in front of them with gloomy looks in their eyes. Old Lu, this junior brother of yours from Willow Deity Dojo is too disrespectful. He has embarrassed us repeatedly. A voice was transmitted into senior brother Lu's mind. He's too arrogant. He must have obtained the extremely powerful fruit in his hand from the 4th level. He has obtained so many treasures, but isn't willing to share any with us. He's not giving us any face at all. Senior brother Lu replied with a cold gaze. He's too strong. He's almost invincible among peak emperor gods. The old man beside him remained silent for a few seconds before shaking his head. I'll test senior brother Kong and senior brother Su later. If they don't have any objections, I'll have to tell. Don't blame us. We're greedy. But you're not only greedy, but also arrogant and condescending. Senior brother Lu's eyes were filled with coldness and anger. Before he could finish his sentence, he was murmuring. Chapter 3105. Haha, thank you, brother Wang Xian, for giving us so many treasures. I hope brother Wang Xian and senior brother gentleman can break through to the universe supremacy realm soon. Come on, cheers. Thank you again, junior brother Wuxia. On a ship in the Milky Way, the disciples of Willow Deity Dojo raised their glasses happily and cheered loudly. The harvest this time was incomparably huge for everyone. Each of them had 4 battle angels of the same level, 2 weapons for each of them, and other gains. This filled their pockets to the brim. At least they would not be short of resources for the next 10,000 years. It was especially so for Senior Brother Gentleman, and the female disciple, who got the Crescent Moon Key. Senior Brother Gentleman had found his way to the Supremacy Realm, and the female disciple also knew that she had a high chance of breaking through to the Supreme Supremacy Realm in the future. This made them extremely excited. Junior Brother Wuxia, on behalf of all the unaffiliated disciples of Willow Deity Dojo, I would like to thank you again for your generosity. Senior Brother Gentleman also expressed his gratitude excitedly. Haha, you're too kind. Wuxia smiled, shook his head, and raised his glass. The group chatted happily on the ship. Senior Brother Kong, Senior Brother Su, and the rest also came to Wuxia with respect and toasted him. Wuxia acknowledged them one by one. Time passed slowly. After more than 2 hours of celebration, the group dispersed and sat around the ship chatting. Wuxia and Miexia and Lu sat on the deck, smiling as they listened to her talk about Willow Deity Dojo. Junior Brother Kong, Junior Brother Su. However, at this moment, Senior Brother Lu and an old man from the same clan walked towards them from the back of the ship and greeted them with a smile. Senior Brother Lu, Senior Brother Kong and Senior Brother Su looked at them with smiles on their faces. Senior Brother Lu, I see that you guys were a little unhappy just now. My condolences. If you need anything in the future, just let us know. Senior Brother Kong continued. Don't worry, I won't stand on ceremony with you too. Senior Brother Lu smiled, looked around, and placed his hands on the deck. It's not just the death of old you that makes me unhappy. Junior brothers, don't you think that Wuxia is too much? He has gained so much this time, but how much did he give us? It's not even soup, right? When Senior Brother Kong and Senior Brother Su heard what he said, they opened their mouths slightly and pondered for a moment. Senior Brother Lu, Wuxia's strength is undeniable. He deserves to get so many treasures. If it weren't for them, we might have gotten into some trouble. He obtained over 10,000 battle angels, over 1,000 divine artifacts and acquired treasures. How many do we have? Also, that powerful fruit was definitely obtained by him in the 4th level. This is a treasure that can allow one to break through to the universe Paragon realm. When Senior Brother Lu heard his words, he frowned slightly and continued to speak with a complicated expression. His words caused Senior Brother Kong and Senior Brother Su to fall silent. Wouldn't they be envious? They wouldn't be greedy, right? But they knew there were some things they couldn't do. Moreover, Wuxia's strength was too terrifying. Senior Brother Lu, do you want to have a drink or two? Senior Brother Kong and Senior Brother Su looked at each other and changed the topic to Senior Brother Lu. No need. Senior Brother Lu understood what they meant. He shook his head and left expressionlessly. Senior Brother Lu has changed. Looking at Senior Brother Lu's back, Senior Brother Su sighed and whispered, perhaps he needs to think more for the sake of his race. Senior Brother Kong shook his head. Old Lu, After Senior Brother Lu and the rest left, the old man at the side opened his mouth and hesitated. I know a friend from the dragon descendant race. I want to make a deal with them. Senior Brother Lu's eyes shone with a cold radiance. All right. The old man nodded his head and looked coldly at the front of the ship. The ship was moving at high speed. Given the speed of the ship, it would take at least 5 days to reach Willow Deity Dojo. Wuxia came to a room on the ship and took out a treasure. Acquired spiritual treasure, Crescent Moon Illumination. This was the spiritual treasure that made Crescent Moon Reverend famous. It had a powerful detection ability. He tried to sense and find out how to control it. In the next moment, he came to the sky above the ship. The Crescent Moon Illumination hovered in the sky, and a weak glow dispersed to the surroundings. Wuxia stood under the Crescent Moon Illumination and waited quietly. Soon images appeared in front of him. The images were of the ocean surrounding the Milky Way. Under the ocean, there were all kinds of wild beasts. With a thought, he fixed his eyes on one of the wild beasts. The image enlarged, and he seemed to be in front of the wild beast. He could sense its strength and aura. What a powerful detection ability. Wang Xian opened his mouth slightly and revealed a shocked expression. Let's see what his limits are. Wang Xian focused his eyes, and the crescent moon illumination flew upwards. He stared at the image in front of him and sensed it with his mind. A radius of 100 billion kilometers. I haven't refined it completely, and it can already cover 100 billion kilometers. This crescent moon illumination is really terrifying. Soon, Wang Xian smacked his tongue and his eyes flickered. If he could refine it completely, it could cover a radius of at least 5 to 600 billion kilometers. Within this range, he could detect any living creature. Back then, Crescent Moon Reverend's Crescent Moon Stream was established by selling all kinds of information. With such a treasure, I can obtain a lot of information. If I have this crescent moon illumination when suppressing the blazing tortoise-winged beast, I can definitely subdue it. Wang Xian murmured. The crescent moon illumination was a treasure of the light attribute. The 5 elements grindstone couldn't absorb it. Wang Xian had the light attribute and could refine it completely. With a wave of his arm, he kept the crescent moon illumination. With a move, he flew towards the room of the ship. Next, he would refine this spiritual treasure completely. After that, he would head to the volcano domain to see if he could find the blazing tortoise-winged beast. Just as Wang Xian was refining the crescent moon illumination, a figure flew out of the dragon descendants' territory. The figure had a tattoo of a divine dragon on his face and looked extremely ferocious. His speed was terrifying. As he flew, the shadow of a wild beast appeared below him. His destination was the depths of the Milky Way. The transaction is complete. A venerable from the dragon descendants is rushing over. Oh, venerable! No matter how strong Wang Xian is, he can forget about escaping from a venerable. Moreover, a venerable from the universe is extremely confident. Chapter 3106. Time passed day by day. The disciples of Willow Deity Dojo were chatting and laughing on the ship. Wang Xian, who was in the room, was also refining the crescent moon illumination. On the 3rd day, he smiled as he looked at the acquired spiritual treasure that had entered his body. Success! He waved his palm, and the crescent moon illumination appeared. He walked out in a good mood. Dragon King, would you like something to eat? Senior sister Lingxin's cooking. Mi Xian Lu walked over with a smile when she saw Wang Xian carrying a plate. Sure. Wang Xian nodded and took some from her. Junior brother Wang Xian, are you going to stay at Willow Deity Dojo for a period of time? Senior sister Lingxin walked over and asked with a smile on her face. No, I'll leave after settling some matters. Wang Xian shook his head. His strength had already reached the venerable realm. Moreover, the Dragon Palace was going to enter the Milky Way soon. The reason why he went to the Willow Deity Dao ground this time was to meet the supremacy. Venerable Willow Deity had indirectly helped him, so he was prepared to thank him and leave the Willow Deity Dao grounds. Given his strength and identity, he could no longer stay at Willow Deity Dojo. Moreover, there was no need for him to stay at Willow Deity Dojo. Junior brother Wang Xian, you're really a busy man. Senior sister Lingxin chuckled. She then looked around and shouted, Come, come. I've personally cooked these delicacies. Come over if you want to try them. Sure, senior sister. Haha, your culinary skills are top-notch in the Milky Way. Not just top-notch in the Milky Way, but top-notch in the universe. Before they arrived, they could already hear bootlicking voices. Soon 40 to 50 young middle-aged, and even old men walked over with smiles. Senior brother gentleman also followed behind with a smile. They're all on the table. One for each. Don't eat more. Senior sister Lingxin shouted happily when she heard their compliments. Great. The disciples of Willow Deity Dojo chuckled. Wang. Huh. At this moment, the surrounding space underwent a horrifying change. It was as though doomsday had arrived. The space around the ship suddenly darkened. Crackle. Bolts of lightning suddenly appeared out of nowhere, and the entire space was covered by lightning. A great terror descended. What is this? Everyone's pupils constricted slightly as a look of shock appeared on their faces. The hearts of senior brother gentleman and the others tightened. They instantly appeared on the deck of the ship. This terrifying aura caused his heart to palpitate. He's here. Senior brother Lu, who was at the back, smiled when he saw the changes in the surrounding space. Now that the trade with the dragon's descendants was completed, they would be able to obtain a lot of resources. What happened? Sensing the changes in the surroundings, Wang Xian focused his gaze and appeared in front of the deck. Who is that? At this moment, the disciples of Willow Deity Dojo also flew over. When they raised their heads and saw a figure floating in the air, their faces were filled with shock. Crackle! At this moment, a bolt of lightning flashed, illuminating the face of the figure in the sky. His entire face was tattooed with the image of a divine dragon, making him look ferocious and terrifying. A pair of cold eyes stared at the position below, filled with coldness. Senior, what can I do for you? Senior brother gentleman, senior brother Kong, senior brother Su, and the others looked up at the figure in the sky. Their expressions changed, and they asked solemnly, "Is that a universe supremacy?" "It's a universe supremacy." All the disciples of Willow Deity Dojo were shocked, and their faces were filled with awe. "I'm a member of the dragon's descendants. Willow Deity Dojo, Wang Xian, are you going to kill yourself? Or do you want me to kill you?" Crackle! As the figure spoke, bolts of horrifying lightning shot out from his body. The lightning lit up the space. A dragon-faced venerable from the dragon's descendants? Oh no! When the disciples of Willow Deity Dojo heard the words of the figure in the sky, their hearts tightened, and they immediately looked at Wang Xian. All of them knew that the dragon's descendants had issued a warrant for Wang Xian. However, it was just a warrant. It was simply too difficult to capture an expert in the Milky Way. And now, he had actually found his way here. This was going to be troublesome. Wang Xian stared at the venerable from the dragon's descendants in the sky, and scanned the space. There's no need to look. You can't escape. Even with Willow Deity's returning leaf, it's useless. The dragon-faced venerable from the dragon's descendants looked at Wang Xian, and said coldly, "I'm a little curious. I can conceal my aura. Even the sorcerers of the universe venerable realm can forget about locking on to me. This space was obviously set up in advance. How did you know that I'm here?" Wang Xian looked at the dragon-faced venerable in the sky and asked plainly. At the same time, he had doubts in his heart. Did someone tip off the dragon's descendants? Or did the dragon's descendants really have extremely powerful detection abilities? A dead man doesn't need to know so much. The dragon-faced venerable said plainly. With a swing of his arm, a lightning whip appeared in his hand. The lightning whip lashed out towards Wang Xian directly. Shit! Junior brother Wang Xian dodged. Seeing a venerable striking at Wang Xian, the disciples of Willow Deity Dojo were appalled. This guy is dead meat. The dragon-faced venerable is taking action personally. Moreover, he has set up an inescapable net around him. How dare he escape? At the back, senior brother Lu and the rest looked on coldly. Their eyes were filled with ridicule. Trying to kill me? The dragon's descendants don't have the capability. Wang Xian looked at the lightning that was attacking him. He squinted his eyes, turned his palm into a dragon claw, and grabbed at the lightning whip. Crackle! The lightning whip let out a thunderous sound when it was caught in his hand. Huh! The dragon-faced venerable was taken aback when he saw his attack being blocked. Even a peak emperor god expert wouldn't be able to withstand a casual strike from him. To be able to kill a peak emperor god expert in an instant and annihilate the Ice Mountain race. It seems like you have some capability. However, you still have to die today. Because you have offended the dragon's descendants. The dragon-faced venerable revealed a serious look in his eyes, as he moved his palm slightly. Thunderbolt! Thunderbolts followed the lightning whip, and charged towards Wang Xian. The thunderbolts were like terrifying wild beasts engulfing him. Haha, you want to kill me? Let's see who's going to die today. Wang Xian laughed out loud and flung the lightning whip in his hand. Swoosh! The unbeginning saint wings appeared on his back, and he disappeared instantly. In the next moment, he appeared beside the dragon-faced venerable, and clawed at him with his dragon claw. What? Such incredible speed! Chapter 3107 Rumble. Wang Xian's dragon claw landed on the dragon-faced venerable in an instant. He couldn't even react to such a terrifying speed. Pft! The powerful force instantly tore off the dragon-faced venerable's entire arm. You're courting death. The dragon-faced venerable felt an excruciating pain, and his expression changed drastically. Waves of majestic thunderbolt power surged from his body. At the same time, a pair of wings appeared on his back. A pair of wings covered in thunderbolts. He moved and retreated in an instant. You want to kill me with such strength? Wang Xian didn't continue his pursuit. He grabbed an arm with his dragon claw and stared at the dragon-faced venerable with disdain in his eyes. This. Junior brother Wang Xian injured a venerable in an instant. Junior brother Wang Xian is definitely not a peak emperor god expert. He's also a venerable. When senior brother Gentleman and senior brother Kong saw this, they instantly widened their eyes and roared in shock. What? Big brother Wang Xian is also a universe venerable? It's possible. It's really possible. Big brother Wang Xian could suppress a peak emperor god battle angel in the Crescent secret realm. The disciples of Willow Deity Dojo exclaimed with their eyes wide open when they heard their exclamation. They were shocked and excited to see Wang Xian grabbing the arm of the dragon-faced venerable. They didn't expect Wang Xian to be a venerable. To them, universe venerables were lofty existences. They didn't expect to be so close to a venerable during this period of time. How is this possible? Isn't he? Senior brother Liu and the rest were shocked to see this. Wang Xian injured the dragon-faced venerable in an instant. You're also a universe venerable. I really didn't expect this. The dragon descendants really didn't expect this. The dragon-faced venerable one had an unusually bitter look on his face at the moment. The dragon descendants also didn't expect Wang Xian to reach such a level. Looking at his arm that was grabbed off, he moved his shoulder. Lightning covered his shoulder, and a new arm grew out immediately. Then have you ever thought that you would die here today? Wang Xian revealed a disdainful look. Swoosh. The next moment, he disappeared and reappeared in front of the dragon-faced venerable. His huge dragon claw clawed at him again. So fast. The dragon-faced venerable one's pupils constricted at the sight of this terrifying speed. Crackle. The wings on his back radiated with terrifying lightning, allowing him to evade Wang Xian's attack instantly. Sensing his speed, Wang Xian raised an eyebrow and looked at the wings on his back. From above, he sensed the aura of 6 lightning feathers, which made him narrow his eyes slightly. You think you're fast? This venerable's speed is not weak either. The dragon-faced venerable, who had been at a disadvantage the moment they clashed, revealed a furious look. He waved his arm, and a lightning beast bone appeared in his hand. At the same time, a wild beast skull covered in lightning appeared behind the dragon-faced venerable one's head. The desolate beast skull looked like it was alive. Lightning flickered around it, and it even contained a trace of dragon might. This is Draconic Skull. Wang Xian squinted his eyes when he saw the skull with a tinge of dragon might. 5 elements dragon claw. He waved his dragon claw, and the dragon claw, which covered a radius of a few million kilometers, clawed at him. Tisk, even if you're a venerable, I, the dragon-faced venerable, will annihilate you today. The dragon-faced venerable had a stern look in his eyes as he pointed the lightning beast bone at the 5 elements dragon claw. The lightning condensed into the shape of a terrifying wild beast, biting at the dragon claw. Boom, boom, boom. Terrifying collisions resounded. The entire space shook, and numerous cracks appeared. Shit, we're too close. We'll be affected. Senior brother Gentleman and the rest, who were below, were shocked when they saw this scene. They quickly yelled at the top of their lungs. The entire space was shrouded in lightning, and it wasn't very big. There was no place for them to hide from the repercussions of the battle between venerables. Wang Xian also sensed the situation of senior brother Gentleman and the rest below. He waved his arm, and dragon scales that were emitting 8 rays of light flew towards them. The dragon scales protected the entire ship. Seems like you've stepped into the venerable realm for quite some time. To prevent any accidents, the clan leader asked me to bring something along. I thought I wouldn't be able to use it, but it seems like you're out of luck. Ha ha ha, I, the dragon-faced venerable, have never killed a venerable realm before. Today, you'll be the first. The dragon-faced venerable bellowed coldly as he watched his attack, and the dragon claw crumble. He waved his arm, and as though he was tearing through the void, he tore out a creature covered in lightning. It was a creature with only bones and no flesh. It was also covered in lightning. The creature was blood-red in color, and it exuded dragon might. Lightning dragon bone, kill him! The dragon-faced venerable roared with a hideous look. Ka ka ka! The lightning dragon bone flew out. A pair of ghastly lightning eyes stared at Wang Xian, and the sound of bones colliding could be heard. It opened its mouth, and bolts of lightning shrouded Wang Xian. Lightning dragon bone? Wang Xian's eyes narrowed when he saw the lightning dragon bone that possessed the might of a venerable realm. Clearly, the lightning dragon bone was made from the bones of a sky dragon, and it contained a large amount of dragon blood. Its destructive power far exceeded that of an ordinary level 1 venerable realm. It seems like the so-called dragon descendants race extracts the blood and bones of sky dragons to enhance themselves and forge weapons. Wang Xian bellowed with murderous intent in his heart. Many members of the fairy dragon clan had been killed by the dragon descendants race. The blood on the lightning dragon bone belonged to the fairy dragon clan. As he spoke, he shifted his body and dodged the attack range of the lightning dragon bone. Oh no! The dragon-faced venerable has summoned a lightning dragon bone that is comparable to a venerable realm. Junior brother Wang Xian is in danger. The dragon-faced venerable is an expert that has made a name for himself in the Milky Way for millions of years. It is said that he has reached the pinnacle of a level 1 venerable realm. Now that he has summoned a lightning dragon bone of the universe venerable realm, junior brother Wang Xian might not be a match for him. Senior brother gentleman and the rest, who were below, were shocked when they saw the lightning dragon bone. Then what should we do? What should we do? Some of the female disciples were panicking. However, a battle between venerables of the universe wasn't something they could intervene in. All they could do was watch anxiously from below. Great. Even if Wang Xian is a venerable realm, he should have just broken through. The dragon-faced venerable was merely injured by his carelessness. Now that the dragon-faced venerable has brought a lightning dragon bone of the venerable realm, Wang Xian is doomed. He will definitely die. When senior brother Lu and the rest saw this, they clenched their fists tightly and roared in their hearts. Chapter 3108. Hihi, I have to say, Wang Xian, you've really surprised me. With the strength of a universe venerable, it's no wonder you dared to kill our disciples. But since you dared to kill our disciples, we'll kill you too. Today, I'll show you the strength and foundation of our race. Thunderous dragon bone. Pinnacle level 1 universe venerable strength. And me, it's more than enough to kill you. The dragon-faced venerable spoke eerily. He flapped his wings and attacked Wang Xian from both sides with the thunderous dragon bone. The terrifying power of thunder and lightning filled the entire space. The prepared space could prevent Wang Xian from escaping. At the same time, it would enhance the strength of the dragon-faced venerable. The disciples of Willow Deity Dojo looked on in fear. Some of the female disciples were pale. 2 pinnacle level 1 universe venerables. Wang Xian, interesting. I didn't expect the dragon descendants to use such strength just to kill me. Wang Xian looked at the thunderous dragon bone and the dragon-faced venerable with a smirk. I dared to kill your disciples in the past. Now I'll kill you too. He shouted and swung his arm. The 5 elements grindstone flew out and attacked the thunderous dragon bone. Wang. Subsequently, he swung his arm again, and the battle angel of the universe venerable level appeared beside him. Kill! He roared and his palm turned into a dragon claw. Boom! The 5 elements grindstone spun, and the 5 divine dragons swayed their bodies. Ice Frost divine sword slashed at the thunderous dragon bone. Holy slash! The battle angel of the universe venerable level lifted the holy sword in her hand, and swung it at the dragon-faced venerable. A dazzling sword of light slashed at him. What? What's that? In an instant, the dragon-faced venerable saw a horrifying spiritual treasure, restraining the thunderous dragon bone, and a creature emitting the power of light of the universe venerable level slashing at him. What's that? Swish! Wang Xian's figure flickered, and appeared beside the dragon-faced venerable in an instant. The dragon-faced venerable was shocked. He flapped his wings to evade the attack of the battle angel, and Wang Xian at the same time. However, even though the dragon-faced venerable had 6 thunder sacred feathers on his wings, he was still slower than Wang Xian. The dragon claw grabbed the arm of the dragon-faced venerable again. Ka. This time, the dragon-faced venerable, who was already prepared, released a terrifying thunderbolt power from his arm. The power of thunder exploded, causing a trace of blood to flow out of his arm. You actually have a venerable level weapon too. After dodging Wang Xian's attack, the dragon-faced venerable lord couldn't help but roar. It was a venerable level weapon, a venerable level weapon. Their entire dragon descendant race, with billions of years of foundation, only had one universe supremacy level thunder dragon bone. There was also that terrifying treasure that could actually resist the battle prowess of a venerable. Was that a Hotian treasure? How could he have so many treasures? How was this possible? SSS, that's a battle angel of the universe supremacy level. It's a battle angel of the universe supremacy level. Junior brother Wang Xian has obtained such a horrifying battle angel. Oh my gosh. This battle angel must have been obtained by Big Brother Wang in the 4th level of the Crescent Moon secret realm. That terrifying pressure was emitted by this battle angel. It's fortunate that Big Brother Wang Xian is with us this time. Otherwise, we would definitely be killed by this battle angel once we step into the 4th level. Look, that's Big Brother Wang Xian's treasure. It can resist that thunder dragon bone alone. It's simply too strong. It's hard to say who will be the victor. Below, the disciples of Willow Deity Dojo saw this scene with their mouths agape. Their faces were filled with shock. Especially that battle angel of the universe supremacy level. Clearly, it was obtained from the Crescent Moon secret realm. Battle angel, a powerful treasure. In an instant, Wang Xian gained the upper hand again. How is this possible? At the back, senior brother Lu and the rest widened their eyes in disbelief. The fact that Wang Xian was a universe supremacy had already shocked them. Now, he had displayed so many horrifying treasures. This, angel cross. The cold voice of the battle angel was heard. An angel with a cross on its back attacked the dragon-faced venerable lord directly. The strength of the battle angel wasn't weak among the universe supremacies. Even the dragon-faced venerable lord had to take its terrifying attack seriously. Seeing the angel's cross attacking him, his expression was abnormally ugly. Once he tried to block it, Wang Xian would attack him at a horrifying speed. That bizarre speed caught him off guard. Explode. Earth Star Thunderstorm. With an ugly expression, he let out a frenzied roar. A large-scale attack was launched towards the angel cross. Streaks of horrifying thunderballs attacked the surroundings, and Wang Xian was completely engulfed. Rumble. 8 Luminosity Dragon Scale. Seeing the horrifying thunderstorm, Wang Xian shook his body. Dragon scales covered his entire body, and 8 rays of light shone on his body. Flapping his wings, he pushed his speed to the limit, and attacked the dragon-faced venerable lord. At the same time, the battle angel also flapped his wings, and slashed towards the dragon-faced venerable lord. Damn it, I'm not their match. Seeing Wang Xian and the battle angel attacking him together, the dragon-faced venerable lord's face darkened. He knew that his attack this time would end in failure. Looking at the powerful battle angel and the treasure, he was extremely embarrassed. The dragon descendants now had a powerful enemy. Scram. With a swing of his arm, a thunder hammer appeared in his hand. As he swung the thunder hammer, several thunder hammers condensed from lightning bolts blasted towards Wang Xian and the battle angel. Dragon Eyes Lock. Wang Xian's eyes emitted horrifying might. Chains appeared out of nowhere in the surrounding void, and surrounded the dragon-faced venerable lord. The thunder hammers condensed from the law of thunder crumbled immediately, and the chains continued to attack. Radiance. The battle angel flapped her wings and beams of aurora shone towards the dragon-faced venerable lord. Damn it! Seeing his attack being nullified instantly, the dragon-faced venerable lord was enraged and quickly dodged to the back. Thunderous dragon bone! He roared and wanted to retrieve the thunderous dragon bone to retreat immediately. Mark of saber and sword. Wang! The thunderous dragon bone received the order. But suddenly, the mark of a saber and sword drew a mark between the thunderous dragon bone and the dragon-faced venerable lord. The thunderous dragon bone tried to penetrate it, but cracks appeared immediately. What treasure is that? When the dragon-faced venerable lord saw the thunderous dragon bone being suppressed, he was horrified and bellowed. A treasure could suppress the thunderous dragon bone that the dragon descendants had paid a huge price to forge. Dragon-faced venerable lord, don't think of escaping today. Chains bind. Seeing that he was trying to escape, Wang Xian shouted coldly. Walala. Chapter 3109. Shit. Above the Milky Way, the dragon-faced venerable was horrified at the sight of the chains that filled the sky. Realm of heavenly thunder collect. Fury flashed in his eyes as he swung his arm. All the lightning in this world flew towards his hand. A lightning disk appeared in his hand. Realm of heavenly thunder. An acquired spiritual treasure. Initially, he had wanted to trap Wang Xian in this space with the realm of heavenly thunder. Now, he wanted to remove it as soon as possible. Realm of heavenly thunder explode. Seeing the countless chains locking him in place, he swung the realm of heavenly thunder in his palm, and countless lightning bolts blasted towards the chains. Illumination of holy light. Beside him, the battle angel flapped his wings, and the power of light was attached to the dragon eyes chain. The dragon eyes lock on 8 desolates originally contained the power of light. Now that the light enveloped the chain, it formed a strong defense. Countless lightning bolts landed on it, and were neutralized by the power of light. The chains continued to cover the surroundings. Damn it! The wings on the back of the dragon-faced venerable shone with lightning bolts. At this moment, he no longer paid attention to the thunderous dragon bone, as he retreated instantly. I've already said that you can't escape. Since you're here, stay here. Wang Xian roared coldly. He pushed his speed to the limit, and appeared before the dragon-faced venerable instantly. 8 luminosity dragon scale. His body radiated with 8-colored radiance, as he swung his dragon claws, and charged towards the dragon-faced venerable. It was a battle of strength and defense. Given Wang Xian's strength and defense did not have an advantage. His advantage lay in speed, which was the battle angel behind him. Therefore, he did not expect to injure the other party. As long as the dragon eyes chain trapped him in a space, it would be his death. Scram! The dragon-faced venerable's eyes turned bloodshot, as he raised the thunder hammer in his hand, and smashed it towards Wang Xian. Boom! Wang Xian's dragon claws shone brightly as he clashed with the thunder hammer. A wave of horrifying energy formed around them. Both Wang Xian and the dragon-faced venerable were sent flying backward. Great! Seeing this, Wang Xian revealed a smile. Walala! Countless chains completely locked the venerable dragon-faced venerable in the surroundings. Wang Xian flapped his wings, and the surrounding space began to collapse. In an instant, he had entered the area shrouded by the chains. Bam bam bam! As soon as he entered, he saw the battle angel completely entangled with the venerable one. Wang Xian looked over, and was overjoyed. He sneered. Dragon-faced venerable, aren't you waiting here to kill me? Why are you running away now? The dragon-faced venerable was blocking the battle angel's attack, but his breathing stopped when he heard what he said. Whoosh! Wang Xian did not give him any chance to catch his breath. With a swift movement he launched an attack. His speed is too strange. I have to find a way to escape, or I will be seriously injured. The dragon-faced venerable narrowed his eyes when he saw Wang Xian appearing behind him in an instant. He was very clear about the current situation. If he continued to fight, he would definitely be severely injured. World of heavenly thunder, protect me! The dragon-faced venerable let out a low roar, and the disc-like heavenly lightning realm descended on his head. A thunderbolt robe draped over him, allowing him to withstand Wang Xian's attack head-on. He couldn't help but spit out fresh blood. Nomological law aspect thundercloud. He roared, and a thundercloud slowly formed in the sky above him. The thundercloud covered a radius of thousands of kilometers and contained a majestic might. Bolts of lightning struck from the thundercloud, attacking Wang Xian and the battle angel continuously. The thundercloud had the ability to lock onto its target, and its continuous attacks were exceptionally horrifying. Nomological law aspect. A horrifying attack that a venerable of the universe could comprehend. The nomological law aspect could almost be said to recreate heaven and earth. Different from the illusions of the nomological laws and mystiques, the objects formed by the nomological law aspect were tangible. Only when the nomological law aspect was destroyed would it stop attacking. You must be dreaming if you think you can keep me here. This time, the dragon descendants might not be able to kill you, but next time, you will still have to die. The dragon-faced venerable stood below the thundercloud and roared with a hideous look. The dragon-like beast bone on his back released bolts of horrifying lightning towards Wang Xian and the battle angel. Roar, roar. At this moment, a dragon roar was heard from the side, along with a miserable shriek. Ha! Wang Xian raised an eyebrow and looked to the side. When he saw the 5 elements great grindstone hovering above the thunderous dragon bone, and the 5 divine dragons coiling around it, absorbing its dragon blood, he revealed a faint smile. The 5 elements great grindstone had the strength to suppress a level 1 venerable of the universe. Moreover, it contained his 5 true dragon clones. The thunderous dragon bone was ultimately a dragon-like beast. It had a suppressive force in terms of bloodline. Now the thunderous dragon bone was completely suppressed within a short period of time. How is this possible? What treasure is this? The dragon-faced venerable exclaimed in disbelief. His eyes were wide open and filled with horror. Even if ordinary acquired spiritual treasures had spirituality, this was the first time he had seen such a terrifying combat power in a battle like this. Moreover, it was too horrifying to suppress the thunderous dragon bone, which was about the same level as him, in such a short period of time. Ha ha ha. 5 elements great grindstone kill. Wang Xian laughed out loud. With a wave of his arm, the 5 elements great grindstone flew towards him. Boom! It emitted the terrifying power of the 5 elements as it blasted towards the thunderclouds in the sky. The instant the 5 elements great grindstone flew towards the thunderclouds, Wang Xian and the battle angel moved and locked onto the dragon-faced venerable. Oh no! Cold sweat broke out on the forehead of the dragon-faced venerable as his heart thumped violently. If he had the confidence to escape just now, he felt a strong sense of threat now that he had that terrifying treasure. This threat could very well cause his death. Run for your life. Without any hesitation, he flung the acquired spiritual treasure, the Heavenly Thunder Realm, at Wang Xian and the rest. The Heavenly Thunder Realm emitted a terrifying force and formed a huge net. Do you think you can escape? Wang Xian narrowed his eyes, and the chains shrouding the surroundings shrunk rapidly. He grabbed onto the 2 chains below him and injected streams of energy into them. He controlled the lock of the dragon eyes to attack. At the same time, he commanded the battle angel to deal with the Heavenly Thunder Realm alone. Break, break, break. The dragon-faced venerable raised the thunder hammer in his hand and smashed it towards the chains with bloodshot eyes. He was going all out. The chains crumbled rapidly, but reformed rapidly. The dragon-faced venerable held the thunder hammer with both hands and injected all the power of thunder into it. Rumble. However, at this moment, the thunderclouds in the sky gradually crumbled under the agitation of the 5 elements great grindstone. He lifted his head and his face turned pale. Chapter 31:10. How could this be? Looking at the collapsing thunderclouds and the 5 elements grindstone that was attacking him, the dragon-faced venerable widened his eyes in despair. Wang Xian's speed was already terrifying. Fortunately, he had the thunder wings and the dragon bones in his body. Hence he could barely react. With the addition of the battle angel, he could only think of ways to escape. Now, there was another horrifying treasure that made him feel depressed and hopeless. On the 5 elements grindstone, Numerous frost divine swords attacked him. Looking at the horrifying attack, he quickly gave up on breaking the chains in front of him and retreated. Bam! But at this instant, Wang Xian's dragon claws appeared behind him and clawed at the wings on his back. No! Sensing the horrifying power behind him, his head flew off, and he abandoned the pair of thunder wings. Bam! Wang Xian grabbed the discarded wings in his hands and crushed them. 6 crystal-clear lightning attribute sacred feathers appeared in his hands, which made him delighted. Slash! The battle angel's voice was heard and shrouded the dragon-faced venerable. Seeing the continuous attacks, the dragon-faced venerable changed his expression and dodged to the side immediately. However, he had lost his body, and his speed was greatly reduced. Hence, he was hit by the Sword of Radiance. He spat out a mouthful of blood and was sent flying. At this moment, he sensed Wang Xian making his move. He also sensed that the horrifying treasure was bearing down on him. Despair was written all over his face. Pfft! A dragon claw penetrated his body, while another dragon claw grabbed his head. Destructive energy was injected into his body. The dragon-faced venerable trembled, and his eyes were filled with despair. It's over. I'm done for. He had never expected that as the hunter, he would become the prey and get killed instead. Our dragon descendants will never let you off. He lifted his head and stared at Wang Xian with eyes filled with hatred as he growled. Don't worry. Soon, I'll send the entire dragon descendants to accompany you. Wang Xian's emotionless voice entered his ears. Pfft! The horrifying power entered his body. The dragon-faced venerable's head tilted, and he lost all signs of life. Rumble! A thunderous roar resounded in the sky, as if announcing the death of a universe supremacy. This dragon-faced supremacy is somewhat difficult to deal with. His speed is only slightly slower than mine, and he is quite strong. Wang Xian mumbled to himself as he looked at the corpse before him. Last time, the supremacy of the remnant race of the Inkhang clan, who had just broken through, was instantly killed by him. On the other hand, the dragon-faced venerable one had cost him a lot of effort. Gulp! At this moment, the disciples of the Willow Deity Taoist grounds were shocked to see this scene. A universe supremacy had died. They had personally witnessed the death of a universe paragon. This was a universe venerable. Junior brother Wang Xian is so strong, so strong. Senior sister Lingxin's body trembled as she cried out involuntarily. This we should call him Venerable Wang. Senior brother gentleman said in a daze. He should be called a supremacy, the supremacy of the universe. Senior brother Kong, and the others nodded with dull eyes. At this moment, they didn't dare to call him junior brother anymore. This was a high and mighty universe knight. Hee, call me the Venerable Dragon King. At the side, Mi Exa and Lu chuckled and said, Venerable Dragon King? The disciples of the Willow Deity Taoist grounds murmured. Slaying the dragon-faced Venerable One, and suppressing the thunderous dragon bone of the dragon descendants, was equivalent to suppressing 2 universe supremacies. Once news of such an achievement spread, the entire Milky Way would tremble. How is this possible? How could this be? At the back, senior brother Lu and the rest were trembling as they looked at the figure in the sky with fear. The venerable of the dragon descendants was dead. Then, let's behave normally and not get discovered. We must not get discovered. Senior brother Lu felt his mouth go dry. Suppressing the fear on his face, he immediately sent a voice transmission. The rest nodded immediately as they naturally understood. They were the ones who had informed the dragon descendants. If Wang Xian were to find out. Congratulations, Venerable Dragon King, for slaying a strong enemy. At this moment, the disciples of the Willow Deity Taoist grounds, who had regained their senses, looked at Wang Xian who was flying towards them. They quickly went up and bowed respectfully. Wang Xian swept his gaze across them and nodded his head emotionlessly after observing their expressions. Venerable Dragon King Yu, senior brother gentleman, and the rest could sense that Wang Xian's aura wasn't right. Their expressions changed as they asked. Someone has informed the dragon descendants. Otherwise, given our strength, the other party wouldn't have been able to lock onto us, let alone wait for an ambush here. Ao Fenghuang spoke plainly from the side, What? Upon hearing Ao Feng Huang, all the disciples of the Willow Deity Taoist grounds were shocked. At the back, Senior Brother Lu and the rest had a drastic change in their expressions as panic flashed in their eyes. Someone must have informed the dragon descendants. Although I wasn't injured in this battle, and even killed their venerable, I won't let off the informant. Wang Xian nodded his head emotionlessly as he swept his gaze across them. Therefore, let's investigate. I hate traitors the most. Venerable Dragon King, you can investigate on your own. Once you find out who the informant is, kill him immediately. Senior Sister Lingxin was infuriated as she spoke with murderous intent. I can basically pinpoint who it is. Wang Xian nodded his head slightly and waved his arm. Wang. A dragon claw flew out and grabbed towards Senior Brother Lu. Venerable Dragon King, it's not me. It's not me. Seeing Wang Xian attacking him, Senior Brother Lu's face turned pale as he shouted in despair. I'll find out if it's you after investigating. If I blame you, I'll compensate you. As Wang Xian spoke, his eyes revealed a soul-stirring radiance. Soul Capturer. Senior Brother Lu was dragged to Wang Xian's side without any resistance. He stood there blankly without moving. At the back, Senior Brother Lu and the rest felt their hearts tighten as they exchanged glances. Wang. That Peak Emperor God Elder shuddered slightly and wanted to escape. However, his eyes soon widened as he realized in despair that he couldn't return to his own holy kingdom. The Elder's action immediately caught the attention of Senior Brother Gentleman and the rest. Anger gradually surfaced in their eyes. Senior Brother Kong, Senior Brother Su, and the rest recalled what Senior Brother Lu had told them not long ago. They sighed and shook their heads. Wang Xian looked at the elder who was trying to escape and smiled faintly. The Dragon Eye's lock hadn't even retreated. They couldn't return to their own holy kingdoms. From the reactions of Senior Brother Lu and the rest, Wang Xian could basically confirm it. After digesting the information in his mind, Wang Xian waved his palm gently. Boom! Chapter 31:11. No! A wave of destructive energy swept out, causing Senior Brother Lu's clansmen to cry out in despair. Wang Xian looked at them expressionlessly. With a wave of his arm, he kept all the corpses. Seeing this, all the disciples of Willow Deity Dojo fell silent. They shook their heads and sighed in their hearts. Venerable Dragon King, it's our fault for this to happen. Senior Brother Gentleman apologized to Wang Xian. It's fine. This has nothing to do with you guys. You don't have to be so restrained. Wang Xian shook his head and smiled. Seeing his smile, the disciples of the Willow Deity Dojo heaved a sigh of relief. Venerable Dragon King, are you coming with us to the Willow Deity Dojo? Senior Sister Lingxin hesitated for a moment before asking. I'm going to pay a visit to Venerable Willow Deity and say goodbye, Wang Xian said with a smile. Venerable Willow Deity is a very good venerable. She will definitely be very happy to know that you have become a venerable. Senior Kong said from the side. Yes. Wang Xian nodded and looked at the map on the artificial intelligence system. Let's speed up and head over. As he spoke, he waved his arm, and the 5 elements grindstone flew towards the bottom of the ship, bringing the ship rapidly towards the Willow Deity training grounds. In less than 2 hours, the Willow Deity Dojo appeared in their sights. They had already traveled more than half the distance to get there. Perhaps it was because Wang Xian had broken through to the Willow Deity Supremacy realm, or perhaps it was because Wang Xian had slain a universe supremacy. But the disciples of Willow Deity Training Hall were obviously more respectful towards him. We're here. Wang Xian looked at the Willow Deity Dojo in front of him and flew over. I'll fly over first. Whoosh. His speed was very fast, and he directly arrived above the Willow Deity Dojo, overlooking the entire dojo. Disciple Wang Xian is here to pay respects to Venerable Willow Deity. Wang Xian replied humbly. His words echoed throughout the entire Willow Deity Dojo. Wang Xian. Is it that junior brother Wang Xian? What is he doing? There were still a few thousand disciples inside the Willow Deity Taoist field. Seeing Wang Xian flying into the sky to greet the Venerable Willow Deity, his face was filled with astonishment. Willow Deity rarely saw its disciples. Many disciples had never seen Willow Deity's true body. Congratulations on advancing into the Exalt realm. Just as everyone in the Willow Deity training hall was feeling curious, a voice came from the training hall. Willow Deity appeared in the sky, smiling at Wang Xian. Willow Deity looked at Wang Xian. What? Wang Xian has actually broken through to the Venerable Realm? How is this possible? He has only been in our Willow Deity dojo for slightly more than a year, yet he has already broken through to the Honorable Realm. Honorable? To think that Wang Xian has become a honorable. In the Willow Deity dojo, all the disciples were shocked when they heard the words of the Willow Deity. Becoming a venerable was their lifelong pursuit. Venerable Willow Deity, thank you for taking care of me during this period of time. This is a token of my appreciation, please accept it. Wang Xian looked at the Venerable Willow Deity with a smile. With a wave of his arm, he consumed the eternal pregnancy fruit and appeared before the Venerable Willow Deity instantly. The eternal womb fruit was a supreme treasure, and it was extremely useful to Willow Deity. Willow Deity sensed the energy of Chang Tai in front of it. Its eyes narrowed, and a trace of astonishment flashed through its eyes. Then I'll accept this. Come to Willow Deity dojo often in the future. Willow Deity did not refuse and said with a smile. All right, I'll come back after I've settled some things. He cupped his fists and said, Supreme Willow Deity, I'll take my leave first. As soon as he finished speaking, his figure instantly disappeared. Wang Xian did not wish to talk too much with the Venerable Willow Deity. The Venerable Willow Deity was considered neutral in the Milky Way. Since Wang Xian was wanted by the dragon race, she couldn't be too close to him. Gentlemen, come over here. Seeing Wang Xian leaving, Venerable Willow Deity turned to Senior Brother Gentleman and the rest and spoke. It's the Venerable Willow Deity, Senior Brother Gentleman, and the others immediately flew over. Willow Deity waved its arm, and willow branches appeared below them, bringing them to a place in the Willow Deity Dao Plaza. I'll give each of you a leaf on your way home. Cultivate well in the future. Willow Deity didn't say much to them. Instead, it gave them a fallen leaves return. This was a life-saving treasure. Thank you, Venerable Willow Deity, thank you. Senior Brother Gentleman, and the others quickly expressed their gratitude. I've gained a lot this time. At the same time, within the Volcano Domain Dragon Palace, Wang Xian revealed an excited expression. He had obtained over 10,000 battle angels alone. Of these 10,000 over battle angels, the weakest was a 6th Order God Emperor. The strongest among them was that Venerable Realm Expert. If they were to be sold, the price would be unimaginable. Other than the priceless battle angels, there were also over 1,000 divine weapons. The weakest divine weapon was also a 6th Order God Emperor. If I sell all these treasures, the Dragon Palace will receive a huge boost. Wang Xian murmured. If he used them to boost the strength of all the members, he could make all 1 million of them step into the God Emperor realm. If I sell the battle angels, the Nine Swords race will probably know that I'm the one who annihilated them. And there's one more thing. The dragon race will also target me. If the two races attack at the same time, the current strength of the Dragon Palace won't be able to withstand them. Wang Xian murmured to himself as he pondered. Now, I need to think of a way to sell these battle angels and exchange them for resources. By then, even if the dragon race and the Nine Swords race join hands, the Dragon Palace won't have to fear them. He was deep in thought. Soon he came up with a plan. He would use the Immortal Palace's war pets. The Immortal Palace's war pets had a huge reputation in the entire Milky Way, especially after selling the Peak God Emperor war pets. He could make the name of the Immortal Palace's war pets known and hold an auction in their name. In this way, the Nine Swords race might be wary of the mysterious Immortal Palace's war pets and not cause any trouble. After that, as long as he sold all these resources, the strength of the Dragon Palace would increase exponentially. But first, I need to raise the reputation of the Dragon Palace's war pets to another level. Wang Xian planned in his heart. He asked for Tianjun's location and flew out immediately. Currently, Tianjun was leading the members of the Dragon Palace to hunt wild beasts in the Milky Way to increase the strength of the Dragon Palace. Dragon King. Seeing Wang Xian flying over, Tianjun and the group of leaders immediately shouted. How is it? Wang Xian asked with a smile. Not bad. Tianjun and the rest nodded. This Milky Way is rich in resources. Tianjun, follow me. Leave this to roving heavens and the rest. Wang Xian instructed them. Those who like the Invincible Divine Dragon Cultivation System, please collect. The Invincible Divine Dragon Cultivation System is the fastest to update. Chapter 31:12. What's the matter, Dragon King? Tianjun flew to Wang Xian and asked with a smile. I've obtained a lot of treasures this time, and an extremely powerful acquired spiritual treasure. Let's see if it can suppress the universe supremacy level fire tortoise-winged beast. Besides that, I'll subdue some peak emperor god wild beasts and sell them in preparation for my next task. Wang Xian said to him with a smile. Huh, did the Dragon Palace gain a lot this time? Tianjun was delighted. Yes, so much so that if all the treasures can be exchanged for resources, the Dragon Palace will have an additional 10 to 20 universe supremacies. Wang Xian nodded. Tianjun was taken aback, and his eyes were burning with passion. Let's go. I'll test the ability of that acquired spiritual treasure. As Wang Xian spoke, he made a move and flew towards the center of the volcano region. The heavenly formation immediately followed behind. Previously, the Dragon Palace had deployed all their peak forces to hunt down the universe supremacy level fire tortoise beast in the volcano region. However, it managed to escape easily in the end. This time, if he could lock onto it, then it would not be able to escape. When the two of them arrived at the center of the volcano region, Wang Xian waved his arm, and the crescent moon overhead hovered in the sky. Tianjun looked over curiously. Wang Xian injected a stream of light energy into the crescent moon overhead. The faint radiance spread to the surroundings and disappeared. He looked at the crescent moon overhead and waited quietly. Soon, images appeared in front of him. The images showed the situation within a radius of 50 to 60 billion kilometers. What a powerful spirit treasure. It can clearly see all the places around it and transmit all kinds of information. When Tianjun saw the scene on the screen, he was shocked. In the past, the reconnaissance compass he had made could only detect black and red dots, but it didn't have any images. Now, not only were there images, but he could also sense the might of the wild beasts in the images. It was extremely mysterious. Wang Xian did not speak. He looked around and did not find any traces of the venerable level fire tortoise-winged beast. Let's go. Let's fly forward. The volcano region covered a huge area. Even though he did not find any traces of the venerable level fire tortoise-winged beast, he was not anxious. Furthermore, it was very likely that the blazing turtle-winged beast had hidden itself very well. It was possible that the crescent moon in the sky could not detect its tracks. Wang Xian flew forward and came to the spot where the crescent moon shone brightly in the sky. Once again, he commanded the crescent moon to rise into the sky. The radiant energy dispersed to the surroundings as Wang Xian watched quietly as the images appeared bit by bit. Dragon King, this is? Soon an image appeared in front of them. It was the image of the bottom of a volcano, and a blurry silhouette appeared in their line of sight. The silhouette was very blurry, but one could still vaguely make out a shape. It's that blazing-winged tortoise beast. It's really well hidden. It's almost as though it's one with the volcano. Wang Xian's eyes lit up and were burning with passion. He looked at the screen. Hide yourself. Come, let's get closer. It's Dragon King. Tianjun nodded and immediately followed behind. Soon they arrived in front of the volcano. Wang Xian squinted his eyes and looked at the sky array at the side. Tianjun nodded and immediately started setting up the formation. After ascertaining the location of the blazing-winged tortoise beast, it was much easier to take action. If Tianjun were to set up the formation properly, Wang Xian might not even need to lift a finger to suppress it. The strength of Tianjun was extremely terrifying among the first-level supremacies. Wang Xian waved his arm, and commanded the 5 elements grindstone to fly to the opposite position. Soon after, he summoned the battle angel as well to ensure that nothing went wrong. The crescent moon shone brightly in the sky and locked onto the silhouette under the volcano. Wang Xian waited quietly. Dragon King, the formation is ready. Once activated, the surroundings will be sealed instantly. There are also 2 trapping formations. Tianjun reported with a smile after a few minutes. Alright. Wang Xian nodded his head. With a swift move, he flew towards the volcano in front of him. In the next moment, he appeared at the entrance of the volcano. He waved the 5 elements grindstone in his hand and pressed it down. Rumble! The terrifying 5 elements grindstone pressed down directly. Wang Xian reached out with his dragon claws and clawed downwards. Woo woo woo! Below, the blazing turtle-winged beast, which was in a deep slumber and recovering from its injuries, woke up immediately when it sensed the aura coming from above. Its head popped out from the lava with an infuriated look. When it saw Wang Xian, its eyes were filled with fear. Woo woo woo! It let out a frenzied roar and dived into the lava in an attempt to escape. Rumble, rumble, rumble! At this moment the entire ground shook. A gigantic gray city wall rose from the surroundings and formed an indestructible defense. Subsequently, water ropes coiled towards the blazing turtle-winged beast like giant pythons. Along with this, dense lightning bolts gathered together. 3 formations of the supremacies were activated instantly. Woo woo! Looking at the terrifying attacks that suddenly appeared around it, the blazing turtle-winged beast was horrified. It lifted its head and let out a roar. Rumble! At this moment, the 5 elements grindstone in the sky bombarded the blazing turtle-winged beast with frost divine swords. The sudden attacks left the blazing turtle-winged beast with no time to dodge. When the frost divine swords landed on its body, the flames on its body were greatly weakened. 5 elements dragon claw. Wang Xian's dragon claw enlarged to a length of tens of thousands of meters as it clawed towards the blazing turtle-winged beast. Rumble, rumble, rumble! Terrifying pillars of fire erupted around him and attacked Wang Xian's dragon claw. Swish, swish, swish! However, the water ropes and lightning bolts gathered by the formation spread to its body. Ow! Ow! It let out a blood-curdling scream as it rolled around in pain. Wang Xian's dragon claw shook slightly and suppressed the surrounding fire pillars. The gigantic dragon claw clawed towards the blazing turtle-winged beast. Rumble! Woo woo woo! As the dragon claw landed on its body, the blazing turtle-winged beast let out a panicked cry. Submit or die! Wang Xian's dragon claw suppressed it. On the 5 elements grindstone, the destructive force of the 5 elements hovered over its body. The threat of death loomed over it. Woo woo! The blazing turtle-winged beast was shivering a little. It let out a low growl and sent a message of submission. Great! Looking at the suppressed blazing turtle-winged beast, his eyes were filled with excitement. If he could sell this blazing turtle-winged beast, it would be another terrifying sum of resources. This time around he had struck it rich. Chapter 31:13. You can search for Invincible Divine Dragon Cultivation System on Baidu. Ingenious Brush Pavilion. To find the latest chapter. Dragon King. Soon, Sky Formation flew over and looked at the suppressed blazewing tortoise beast with a fiery gaze. I'll subdue it first. Take this crescent moon overhead spiritual treasure, and go capture some peak stage God Emperor desolate beasts. Wang Xian instructed Sky Formation. It would take at least a month to tame a rank 1 universe supremacy. During this period, he could let Sky Formation capture some peak Emperor God beasts to save a lot of time. With the crescent moon overhead spiritual treasure, capturing beasts was a piece of cake. Yes, Dragon King. Sky Formation nodded. Next, Wang Xian began taming the venerable blazed turtle-winged beast, while Sky Formation captured some peak Emperor God beasts to prepare for what was to come. Damn it! What's wrong with Dragonface? His life token shattered, and there's no trace of him. Just as Wang Xian was taming the blazed turtle-winged beast, the atmosphere in the Dragon Descendants Hall was extremely tense. 5 old men sat in the middle while over 20 old men knelt below, their faces drenched in cold sweat. Something big had happened. Venerable Dragon Face had fallen. The death of a venerable one was a huge matter to the Dragonkin. Dragon Face's strength is considered top-notch among rank 1 venerables. He even has the Thunder Dragon Bone. It'll be hard to kill him unless a rank 2 universe venerable intervenes. Wang Xian is a rank 2 universe venerable? That's impossible. Do you think it's Venerable Willow Deity? Probably not. Venerable Willow Deity is a neutral venerable. She has her own principles. Even if she intervenes, she won't kill our Venerable Dragon Face. The 5 of them sat there and spoke with solemn expressions. This was the first universe venerable that had fallen in hundreds of millions of years. Other than Dragon Face, there was also the Venerable Thunder Dragon Bone. This was equivalent to losing 2 of their venerables. How many venerables were there in the entire dragon descendants? This kind of loss was enough to hurt them to the bone. There's another possibility, and that is that the fellow who informed us was lying to us. They had already set up an ambush and killed Dragon Face. An old man said faintly, "Investigate. We must investigate thoroughly and find the enemy. Mobilize the entire dragon race's power." The dragon descendant patriarch in the center said in a deep voice. Yes. The group of people kneeling in front of him immediately responded. They had to get to the bottom of the dragon-faced venerable's death. They also understood that this was definitely related to Wang Xian. With the strength of those disciples of the Willow Deity Dojo, it's impossible for them to kill the elders of our 9 Swords race. Investigate, find out who entered the Crescent Moon secret realm again, find out who killed them, and take revenge for the elders. Just as the dragon descendant race was fuming and searching for information on the dragon-faced venerable's death, the 9 Sword race's venerable powerhouse also issued an order furiously. The fall of 8 elders was a huge loss to the 9 Swords tribe. They had to find out who did it and make them pay the price. Time passed day by day, and the entire Milky Way felt like a storm was brewing. Some other forces noticed the abnormality of the dragon descendant race and the 9 Swords race and were shocked. The 2 major races of the Milky Way universe mobilized all their power to search for information. The speed was terrifying. However, as their race operated, information was quickly transmitted to their race. The first news was about Wang Xian's breakthrough to the universe venerable realm. This was known to all the disciples of the Willow Deity Dojo, so they were the fastest to investigate. When they received this news, the 9 Swords race had basically confirmed the murderer of their elders. The dragon descendant race could also basically confirm that the death of the dragon-faced venerable was caused by Wang Xian. Following which, the 2 major races mobilized all their power to search for information on Wang Xian. However, it wasn't so easy this time. Senior brother gentleman, and the rest stayed in seclusion in the Willow Deity Dojo. Wang Xian was now powerful, and possessed the 8 luminosity dragon scale of the nomological dragon. They couldn't lock onto him at all. This caused the 2 major races to be like headless flies. Phew! At the same time, a month passed by quickly. Below a volcano in the volcano region, Wang Xian took a deep breath. He looked at the completely tamed blazing turtle-winged beast and revealed a smile. Taming it in a month's time was already very fast. Wang. After contacting the Heaven Array, he quickly received a reply. You managed to capture 6 Peak God Emperor aquatic desolate beasts within a month? Wang Xian squinted his eyes and revealed a satisfied look. He immediately informed the Heart Deer to post on the AI that the Immortal Palace War Pets was selling 6 Peak Emperor God Battle Pets. The Heart Deer received the order and immediately posted on the AI. Soon on the AI, a message regarding the Immortal Palace War Pets was sent out. The Immortal Palace War Pets would be selling 6 Peak Emperor God Battle Pets, and a large number of other battle pets. The method of sale this time wasn't the same as in the past, but on the spot. The sale would be carried out by drawing lots. The reason why Wang Xian was selling it this way was because he wanted to gather all the forces in the Milky Way and make an announcement to prepare for what was to come. When the news of the Immortal Palace War Pets was released, it caused a huge commotion. Peak Emperor God Battle Pets. Another Peak Emperor God Battle Pet, and there were 6 of them. SSS, this Immortal Palace War Pets is amazing. They are actually selling 6 peak Emperor God Battle Pets. This is crazy. What force is this Immortal Palace War Pets from? They are definitely a powerful primary race in the universe. This Immortal Palace War Pets definitely have a universe supremacy behind them. Selling a few peak Emperor God Battle Pets. This is too crazy. This is probably going to be a grand event. All the forces will definitely fight over them. Within the Milky Way, countless people were shocked when they saw this news. They were in a heated discussion. When the various races saw this news, they immediately got ready. Peak Emperor God Battle Pets were considered the top combat power among the primary races in the universe. Not to mention their importance to the domain-level races. Looking at the surging information on the AI, Wang Xian revealed a smile. Little did they know that this was just the appetizer. The next highlight was the auction of the Immortal Palace War Pets. I need to change to a new ship. It can't be as shabby as before. And this time, I need the Heaven Array to show its strength, to create a strong and mysterious feeling. Wang Xian muttered and planned in his mind. You're tuning in to the Li Mei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.